Hello and welcome to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman Ernest. The library staff and its board would like to thank TV47 for giving us the opportunity to showcase the B.B. Comer Memorial Library and its service to the greater community of Sylacauga. Joining me today is Mr. Rocky Lucas. He is the president of Sylacauga Young Professionals, among other things. That's not your only job, I know. So today we're just going to talk about Sylacauga Young Professionals, something that's relatively new in the community, but I know is growing quickly. Before we do, a little background on you, because I know so many people think that you are a native of Sylacauga, and you are not.
I am not, Summer, and good morning. Thanks for having me on the show today. I'm not a native of Sylacauga. I married the former Leslie Swindle, who is a native of Sylacauga,
That's right.
And of course, you know how you women are. You drag us back to your hometown.
That's what I did to Lance as well. Why would you want to leave Sylacauga?
That's exactly right. So we moved back in 2004, September of 2004, and I'm originally from the Dadeville area.
Okay.
I grew up on Lake Martin, kind of spoiled there.
Definitely.
And still
not too far from it.
That's right. Still one of our favorite places to go on the weekends during the summer. But I graduated from Dadeville High School in 2001, and then left Dadeville and went to Southern Union over in Wadley.
Right.
And actually was fortunate enough to get a fine arts vocal performance scholarship, and then from there to Faulkner University in Montgomery, where I finished my bachelor's degree. So we've been in town since about 2004, and we love it here. You know, our heels are dug in here.
I know. Well, and so involved in so many other things. Former city council, Leslie, I know, not only works for Sylacauga City Schools, but both of you heavily involved at First United Methodist Church, and both of you are vocal, very talented vocally. I know that so many times you get all the honors there with it, but Leslie has a beautiful voice as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Leslie is actually probably a better vocalist than I am. I think she's just a little more shy. I guess I'm just a little more extroverted
just
than
a little
she
bit.
is.
Just a little bit. And two beautiful girls.
Yeah, two beautiful girls. They're growing. It doesn't seem like I should have an 11 and nearly a 7-year-old. Lexi, the 11-year-old's name is Lily Kate, and Lexi is 6, but she'll be 7 March 5th. So a little over a month away, she'll be 7. So it's really they're really growing, and of course all these kids, pain is just getting big, and
I know.
Remember when we were carrying them on our hips? So.
That's exactly right. Well, and I think that segues into why Sylacauga Young Professionals really was created. Both of us having younger families and deep roots here in Sylacauga and intend to remain here in Sylacauga and wanting to see the best. So I want us to know some background how Sylacauga Young Professionals, or SYP, began.
Well, yeah, Summer, you were a part of that as well, and it's something that had been talked about for quite some time around Sylacauga, and back 15, maybe 20 years ago, there was an organization, a national organization, JC's was in town, and a lot of folks, that were, in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I think the actual cutoff for JC's was 40 years old.
Right.
I'm
nearing it there.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. But no worries. SYP, we don't have a cutoff age. Right. But there was a need in Sylacauga, we felt like, for an opportunity for us to get our young people involved, and I think that's important. We have a lot of great civic organizations from Kiwanis and Rotary to Civitan, and I know I'm leaving some Lions Club. I know I'm leaving some folks out, and we have those opportunities. But one of the things that came to mind, and hey, we need to really focus on those folks who maybe can't make a 12 noon lunch meeting in town. That might work out of town.
Right.
That can't be here. I work in town a couple of days, maybe 3 days a week, but then I'm also out of town. So I get it. So we really needed an organization for everybody that wanted to be involved. To have that opportunity. Right. We have so many young families, and it really seems like we have kind of an influx of young families that are moving back into Sylacauga. Right. Maybe the cookie cutter houses and the huge subdivisions in Birmingham and those areas are not what the younger generation
Sure.
wants. The folks that are our age, they don't want that anymore.
Right.
And so they're moving back to some older houses with some character and just making the
Yes.
drive. So yeah, as far as why Sylacauga is here and what, kind of what the purpose behind it is just to get our young folks, our younger people involved and active, because it's important. It has to happen.
Right. Well, and I think one thing that I saw the need for is there are so many young families. A lot of these people aren't even from Sylacauga, that they've moved here for various reasons, employment, which we're so excited about. But like you said, there's so many people that choose to live here, and maybe one spouse or both work out of town, and so they can't be as involved as perhaps they would like to be in the community. And so one of our goals with Sylacauga Young Professionals was to have evening meetings so that those people working out of town would be able to actually participate, to know what's going on, and to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And Summer, of course, I know you're being modest, but Summer's also our vice president of Sylacauga Young Professionals. And then we have Lindsay Johns, who's our secretary-treasurer, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today. And then we also have, right now, a 2-member board, which consists of Patrick Otis with Odie's Deli, and then Jessica Gardino Edwards. And so we all kind of get together. This is a civic organization, but it's also a social organization.
Definitely.
And I really think that sometimes with civic organizations, that's what we miss. We miss that social aspect. So the majority of our meetings happen in the evening, 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock, and so that gives us an opportunity to have the civic part. We'll go through that. We've Sylacauga Young Professionals, we have really had some great success with some, whether it be a food drive for the care house in November that we did. Back in October, I skipped one. Back in October, we had a great turnout for a supply drive for the animal shelter. And then in December, we did a toy drive or gift drive, whatever you want to call it, for some families that are less fortunate, and some kids that otherwise probably would not have gotten the Christmas that they wanted to, that all of us want to see, and that was very important, and something that was very close, and it was kind of a variation of Toys for Tots, but Toys for Tots, you don't always know where those toys or those gifts are going. And Sylacauga Young Professionals is called Sylacauga Young Professionals because we're keeping it local.
That's exactly right. And I think in choosing monthly, be it monthly or whatever, who we want to benefit, that we want to make sure that stays local, be it the care house, the animal shelter. I know they were so grateful because it was 2 truckloads of supplies.
Oh, it was.
In addition to cash money that was much needed there for those families. And we have some exciting things coming up, which we're going to talk about. But first of all, Rocky, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with more.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Marble City Pharmacy, we're more than just a drugstore. Our gift shop boasts some of the most unique treasures you'll find anywhere. Come in and browse the vast selection of jewelry, purses, clothing accessories, and crafts. Let our friendly staff help you find that special card or gift for any occasion. Our dollar wall features selected sale items, and we stock a wide variety of specialty items. And if it is a drugstore you need, Marble City Pharmacy was named the 2015 McKesson National Pharmacy of the Year. Visit us today at Marble City Pharmacy.
Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to new thrills. Get to know your crew. Moments become great memories. Take a new look. Enjoy freedom. Discover amazing. Say hello to a whole new world. Visit campingworld.com.
The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue, it's the Allen Company Convenience Stores.
Hello and welcome back to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman Ernest. Joining me today is the president of Sylacauga Young Professionals, a relatively new organization, but one that is quickly growing here in Sylacauga. Rocky Lucas, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks
We've
for
been talking
me.
about sort of how this all got started and initiated, that we saw the need. One thing that I failed to mention that I feel like is important with having this group for young people is attracting more young people to actually live here, work here, send their kids to school here. I know so many times in a small town you say, oh, go to church. And that's great, but you're not seeing all the young people that actually live in a community. But when you have an organization like this, you can direct them in that way and they can see, wow, there's a huge group here.
Absolutely. And you know, we've got somewhere between 40 and 50 members right now. And, you know, after starting in, you know, I guess really you could say July or August, you know, I feel like that's a pretty good group. But the key to the future, you know, we talk about our schools and how great our local schools are, you know, and we talk about those kids being our future. That is extremely accurate.
Right.
You know, even after you and I are no longer young professionals and we move on to the next chapter of our lives, it will be, you know, it will be up to them to keep the momentum going. And so, yeah, you know, we've got to in Sylacauga, we've got to attract younger professional families with kids that are going to move back into our city, that are going to invest in our city. Not only just their money, but their time, you know, their talents. You know, everybody does something well, and so it takes a village, and so we've really got to concentrate on that, and that's the main focus really of young professionals, is just you know, getting those folks involved, because I think a lot of times there is a disconnect between.
And you see, we know at the library, Dr. Shirley Spears, Dr. Ted Spears, there are so many people in our community who have continued to keep things going, be it the Marble Festival, Arts Council, and so I feel like we're trying to cultivate new leaders to, you know, develop them, and so that they can, you know, in the future start to go into these different areas where perhaps the younger generation has been lacking.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, and that's something that I want to say too. I mean, we've got so many leaders and so many pillars of this community that either are gone, are no longer with us, or just don't have the energy, and just don't have the ability to do everything that they've done for so long. And so it's really on our shoulders. It's up to us to kind of, you know, take the baton and carry on, because if we don't, I mean, nobody is.
You're exactly right, and we don't want to lose those legacies and the wonderful things that have been done in the past. When you say Sylacauga Young Professionals, I know I've had so many people say, "Well, I'm not young," or "What, you know, what is young?" And so my question is, who is this open to? How do you join? How do you find out more about it?
Yeah, basically, there are, and we looked kind of, you know, Summer and I looked, and Lindsay, into maybe some of these national organizations, JCs, and the other national organizations that are out there, but they all had you know, requirements, age requirements, or you know, you had to work outside the home, or we wanted an all-inclusive group. We wanted that group to look, if you feel like you're a young professional, you're eligible. You know, if that's something, if what we're doing speaks to you, and you're attracted to what we're doing, and you want to come help us, we don't have an age limit. You know, either direction.
No,
you know?
And I think there's a wide variety. I mean, we have people probably in their 50s and people in their 20s.
We do.
Yeah, and we're somewhere in between.
And we're somewhere in between. So, you know, we don't put an age cap on it because we do want this group to be all inclusive. We have people, you know, but like I said, I think we have somewhere around 45 members, and we have folks from all walks of life, all ages, like you said, from 20 to 50. You know, they all have different jobs. This is not, you know, they work around town or they work out of town. But that's really something that we're concentrating on, is making this And I think it's important to making it a success is to include everyone and make sure everyone feels like they can be involved. So basically the requirement is, you got to be willing to work hard, because we do work hard, and you've got to, show up.
Right, and care about Sylacauga and its future. And so I think that we just want to stress that it's open to anyone who lives and or works in Sylacauga, pretty much any age. It's called Young Professionals because obviously we're trying to target maybe a 50 and under crowd. But if you want to join us anytime, how can people find out more about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do have a Facebook page. You can like our Facebook page at Sylacauga Young Professionals. Pretty easy to remember. That's pretty much the start. If you want to get involved, of course. Summer and I both have personal Facebook pages. You can definitely reach out to us, and or get in touch with me, Lindsey Johns, whoever you feel comfortable reaching out to, and we can tell you how to get involved, and we want you to get involved.
Definitely.
And so, like I said, I think the first step would probably just be maybe to like our Facebook page, and that's where we kind of that's where all of our events and announcements and all that. That's where that comes through.
Right.
So,
and many of the events we have are open to the entire public.
They are.
I know when we did Oktoberfest, that there was a huge crowd there, and so it's not always just necessarily just SYP. We want to be able to provide entertainment, social activities for our entire community.
That's right. Something that I've realized since being in Sylacauga is that people, with us being so close to Birmingham and those cities like that, and Inverness right over the mountain. Right. People, especially our age and the younger professionals, the group that we're really looking at and talking about here today, are going to be entertained.
Right.
They're going to be entertained. So why not give them the option of being entertained here,
right,
in their own hometown, spending their tax dollars here, spending their money here, eating here, doing whatever.
Supporting our local businesses.
Supporting our local businesses. Getting folks in our downtown area it's paramount. It has to happen. We have to keep people in our downtown area. Definitely. And so going back to the events, people of all ages like to come out and hear a good band,
right?
And sit around and enjoy that. So that's we don't limit. A lot of our social events are not limited just to Sylacauga Young Professionals members,
right?
And that's the reason, because we want everybody to come downtown, right, and spend your money here.
Right. Well, and some I know in the past, and some that we're going to be planning this spring, for family friendly. That we had a bounce house or snow biz and things, because I know as a young professional, you don't want to pay for a babysitter necessarily, or can, and so some of our activities actually include you can bring the whole family.
Oh, absolutely. And Archie Horton with Snowbiz has been so gracious, right, at a couple of our events just to show up and give the kids something to do. When we did the supply drive for the animal shelter, they showed up, and right, and it was good. It's for all ages. It's very family friendly, and as long as I have something to do with it, it will remain that way.
Definitely. Rocky, we're going to take another quick break. And
okay,
when we come back, I want to talk about our upcoming events so that everybody can be there.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. No, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family.
Camping World, the #1 RV and camping expert, would like to introduce you to a whole new world. Say hello to new thrills. Get to know your crew. Moments become great memories. Take a new look. Enjoy freedom. Discover amazing. Say hello to a whole new world. visit campingworld.com.
Huddle up and huddle in to the newly renovated, family-friendly, smoke-free Huddle House. Stop by and enjoy our new updated look on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. We have the same great food, and as always, you can enjoy any meal anytime, from breakfast to lunch to dinner, or even a midnight snack. Add one of our signature waffles to your meal for that ultimate dining experience.
Huddle up and huddle in.
That's right, ladies. Freshly remodeled and smoke-free, any meal anytime. Highway 280 in Sylacauga, it's the Huddle House.
Hello, and welcome back to the Library Connection. I'm Summer Newman Ernest. Joining me today is Rocky Lucas, the president of Sylacauga Young Professionals, a new and growing organization here in Sylacauga, which is open to anyone who lives and or works in the area. And I know that you have planned at least 3 upcoming events for the next few months. So tell us first of all about the February event.
Yeah, well, in February we're going to, it really won't be a civic event. It'll be more of a social event this time, and we're going to be having a trivia night. It's an idea that we've kind of tossed around, right. And we're going to be having a trivia night down at Avondale Steakhouse and Grill, formerly known as Marble City Grill, and that'll start about 6:30 on February the 23rd.
Okay, which is a Thursday night.
Which is a Thursday night, and a lot of our events are on Thursday nights, and that seems to work for a lot of people. Right. But yeah, just an event, a lot of fun. Go down there. I think the owner Danny is going to throw some maybe some gift certificates our way to hand out to the winners and things like that. So it should be a fun event.
So no preparation needed or anything. You just show up as far as trivia.
Right. Yeah. It's not the ACT.
No. And if you want to participate, you can. If you just want to sit back and enjoy and socialize, you can do that as well. And a perfect opportunity for those who maybe have not come to an SYP event before. To check it out and see what it's all about.
Absolutely, and in the spirit of being an all-inclusive group, one thing that I did fail to mention earlier is our membership dues. There are membership dues, but we want to make sure everybody's included. So those membership dues are minimal at $25 per year. Okay. That's an annual due of $25. So we really to finance and to help us out with maybe some of the events, paying bands, that type of thing. We do rely on our membership for donations. Local businesses have been great in donating and making that go. So we don't raise a lot of money with our membership dues. We just want you to be active.
Definitely, and I think that's one thing we failed to mention, that in the beginning we wanted to make sure that our meetings were not in just one particular place, because we want to spread the wealth, and so we've had it in various locations in our city.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've done Avondale Steakhouse and Grill. We've been at Fermenter's Market at the Rex. They've been involved with a couple of events. Odie's Deli has been involved. We've had meetings, and Patrick has been involved. La Costa hosted us for our December gift drive.
Harvey's.
Harvey's was good to us in November. Giovanni's was great to us. They're always so accommodating out there, and so yeah, we're just trying to just to make our rounds. We do usually like to go places that offer food and drink.
Right.
So because they are evening meetings.
Right.
And if your business is interested in hosting an SYP event, please let us know, because we're definitely open. I'm sure we've missed someone along the way.
Definitely, we will go anywhere.
And we will. We definitely will. And if if you're interested in hosting an event, be sure to let us know.
Definitely. And so leading into March, that hopefully there's no diehard specifics yet, but what is planned for March?
Yeah. So in March, what we've got, and there are no diehard specifics, but there are a lot of businesses and there's a lot of activity downtown right now. Right. Alan and Julie Sanders are kind of at the forefront of that. Right. The biggest thing, and what I'm most excited about, and what I think the young professionals are most excited about, is the Pizza and Pints, which will be downtown, which will kind of mimic, or the template is Post Office Pies, if you've ever been downtown, or there Pie and Pints. There are there are several restaurants and places like this, establishments like this. So I spoke with Alan last week, and what we're going to do as it gets closer to time and he kind of gets a date nailed down on when that grand opening will be, we're going to help Alan. We're going to support Alan and Julie in their newest adventure,
right.
And try to make this place go, because it will definitely be something that will benefit our city, and it will benefit the people that we're that are in our group.
Right. So in March sometime there'll be a SYP Pizza and Pints kind of event. February we said Avondale Steakhouse and Grill, and that's February 23rd for trivia night.
That's right.
And then moving into April, something at the library that we're excited about is an event that's planned for April 7th.
That's right. So it was brought to our attention. Summer brought this to my attention. We had a meeting last week and decided that it would be it'd be good for us to maybe get together a book drive for the library, and so that's what we're going to be doing in April. On April 7th, we're going to be having a book drive. We'll have some music. It will be a social event. We'll be located in the parking lot directly behind Fermenter's Market at the Rex. Tommy Brown has confirmed,
Great.
And he is booked, and so Tommy will be playing some music for us, and Dee will definitely be a gracious host, and,
right.
and I'm sure Patrick Otis at Odie's Deli will be involved, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So it's guaranteed to be a great night. We've had 2 events in that same location, and both of those events have just been have gone far above and beyond what
You're
we
exactly
really expected.
Right.
And so yeah, that's up for April 7th, and so come on out again. This will be an event that's open to the public.
Right.
You don't have to be an SYP member, even though we want you to be a member.
Sure.
You don't have to be a member to come out and listen to some good music and enjoy a cold drink and maybe some good food. And so yeah, April 7th, we'll probably start that sometime around 6:30 or 7 again.
And that's a Friday.
That's going to be a Friday
sandwiched
night.
in between, I know, the Marble Festival, and no admission except for bring a gently used book. It could be a kid's book. It could be an adult book. Bring all the books. You know how you read a book and then you sit it on the shelf. Like, why do you need those? Let's donate those to the B.B. Comer Memorial Library. Then they can use those. They can sell them in their bookstore to get more funds for all the wonderful programming that they offer to our community. So that will be April 7th. And once again, Rocky, how can we find out, if you missed those dates, February 23rd is the next one, what is the best way to find out information about SYP?
The best way is to find us on Facebook, Sylacauga Young Professionals. We've got a great page. It's very informative, and most of our events and the dates of those events are on our Facebook page.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited about the future of Sylacauga Young Professionals, to continue to see it grow, and once again open to anyone who lives and or works in Sylacauga. A great way to network, to connect, and to serve our community.
Absolutely.
Rocky, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we will see you next time on the Library Connection.